We are discussing latest predictions and analysis of U.S. presidential elections with key factors and all poll results. With around 10 months to go before the U.S. presidential election, former Republican President Donald Trump, the party's nominee, is polling ahead of incumbent Joe Biden, Democratic president, in key battleground states. The gap between the two is ever increasing day by day. Recent polls show former President Trump leading President Biden in key swing states that will likely decide the 2024 election, indicating Trump is not just the overwhelming favorite to secure the GOP nomination, but is in a strong position to recapture the White House less than a year before Election Day. Trump leads Biden in hypothetical matchups, both with and without third-party options on the ballot in states including Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. According to fresh polling, Biden carried each of those states in 2020, and Trump will need to flip at least a few of those states if he is to win in 2024. The numbers underscore that there is work for Biden to do, even as experts and strategists agree plenty can change in the roughly 10 months until the election. The poll found majorities in both states, 54% in Georgia and 56% in Michigan, believe Biden's policies have worsened economic conditions as Biden struggles to sell what aides believe is a strong economy to voters. A Bloomberg News Morning Consult poll released this week had similarly sour results for Biden. That survey found Biden trailing Trump in several crucial swing states, by 11 points in North Carolina, by 7 points in Georgia, by 6 points in Wisconsin, by 5 points in Nevada, by 4 points in Michigan, and by 3 points in Arizona. While it's unclear if any of those candidates will secure ballot access next November, it still spells trouble for Biden. The president won each of those states over Trump in 2020, except for North Carolina, and Trump would only need to flip a few of those states to win the 270 electoral votes needed to secure the presidency. The swing state polls come as national polls show an extremely tight hypothetical race between Trump and Biden, but one former Trump White House official noted the former president could realistically win the electoral votes he needs even without winning the national popular vote, just as he did in 2016. Biden ends the year with the worst approval of any modern-day president. One factor could be economy and Israel-Palestine war. U.S. Muslims pledged to ditch Biden in 2024 over his stance on Israel-Gaza war. Young Americans are so disgusted by Biden's handling of Israel's war in Gaza that a poll shows they could vote for Trump. Biden's overall approval rating stands at 37% among registered voters, according to the Times Siena poll, with a slightly lower 33% approving specifically of his handling the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Among voters younger than 30, his approval rating stands at 26% overall and 20% on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Overall, 19% of registered voters say both they disapprove of Biden on the conflict and that it's because he's too supportive of Israel, rising to 45% among voters younger than 30. Trump remains the overwhelming frontrunner for the GOP nomination. 61% of Republicans and independents who lean Republican have Trump as their first-choice candidate.